We're Chris and Sarah, a husband and wife duo on a mission to experience as much in life as possible.
Smelling colors.
This channel is dedicated to documenting our adventures that have turned into memories that will last a lifetime. We're inviting you to join us as we try new things, meet new friends, and see the world from a new point of view, one adventure at a time. Let's go.
Should be right down here on the corner. There it is.
What do you think?
So tiny. But look how tall it is. It's cool.
Very cool.
I don't know what to say. I'm so excited.
So it's been exactly 1 year since we bought this van. And in between that time, there's been a lot of waiting. It's here. It's finally here. Woo-hoo. Man, we have been waiting for this forever. A lot of frustration.
I just don't know why it's doing that. It did fine. I watched a few videos of how to use one of these things and nobody else had a problem with this. Yeah. All right.
But things are finally moving. So we're gonna show you just what we've been up to with the van. What are we up to?
We are working on the electric today. Got a lot planned for today. I don't know how far we're gonna get, but I am re-hooking up all the electric. I had already put it together a few weeks ago and it was working, but then we decided to build this stronger box around the electric system. So I had one around it. It wasn't as structurally sound as I wanted it, so I ended up just redoing it because that's just me. And so we have this new box around our electric and I'm just reconnecting everything. I labeled everything as I took it apart, so hopefully it won't take too long to put it back together. Like I have it labeled where it goes so I don't have to follow my diagrams this time around. So hopefully this afternoon it'll be all hooked up. We've got 4 of our 8 batteries out here. By the way, we did go ahead and do all 8 batteries from Battleborn, so thank you, Battleborn. So those just came in the mail a couple days ago. We're gonna get everything hooked up, and then I think the thing we're most excited about today is actually getting the AC plugged up. Like that's been really excited about that. So anyway, that's our agenda for the day: electric, AC unit, and then we're gonna go ahead and put up our ceiling insulation and our furring strips, and our ceiling panels gonna go in. So we got the okay from Yama. They're sending our cabinets down. Hopefully they'll be on the truck next week, which is really exciting. But they said go ahead and put the ceiling panels in because that's not gonna interfere with the cabinet install. So let's go.
I can tell you mean business because you have the Piggly Wiggly shirt on.
This is my favorite work shirt. I just met our new neighbors in this Piggly Wiggly shirt, and I know they're like,
So I don't know if you guys follow the news, or maybe you're building a van yourself, but supply of plywood is pretty low. We actually had to call 7 or 8 different stores in the Chattanooga area. And we finally found one about 40 minutes away, and we got the last 3 sheets.
Show us those cool glasses. Do something with them.
Oh, double glasses. 4 eyes. Oh, it's so humid. All right, ready.
Beautiful.
Hey, 4 or
One
5. One more. You ready?
Let's go. I don't know what that noise was in my throat. Oh my word.
Things have moved slowly this last year, but all the little projects we've been working on over the months are finally coming together, and we're seeing the rewards of a lot of hard work. Things are finally coming together. All right.
All right. Let's do this. Welcome to the van. It's been a while since we've done a van update, and that's because for the most part it hasn't moved a lot, but we have done several things behind the scenes, so it doesn't really look that different than what you guys saw, I guess, back in February or something. I know it was still cold outside when we filmed a van update. A lot's happened, and a lot's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks. So I'm going to show you guys what we're doing. We have a lot of work to get done today. It's supposed to rain this afternoon, so we're going to rush around trying to get more done. But for now, we're going to go ahead and walk you guys through and show you what's changed. I think where we left off is we were actually putting in the trim rings, and we were putting up the wall that attaches to the trim ring. So that is in. They're good to go. I actually went ahead and killed these the other day, primed them. They're ready for paint in the next couple of weeks. We're using birch plywood, 1/4 inch birch plywood for the walls and the ceiling this time. So I went ahead and killed it and sanded it once, and then I'll start painting it, and I'll sand between each layer of paint. Gives it a really much smoother finish since we are using wood for walls. It's not as smooth as like sheetrock or something. You don't sheetrock in a van. Don't do that. So these are both in and they are ready to go. And then we actually installed our first ceiling panel, and this is just like temporarily installed. We're just sort of measuring them all out and trying to get them as close together as possible. But this is the first one, and you're gonna see our AC unit is above us. This is probably, of everything in our van conversion, I'm like stoked about having an AC. We tell people all the time, you can do van life without an AC unit. You do not have to have one. We did a 1.5 years, going on 2 years in our first van with no AC, just one fan and some windows. And it was 100% possible. That being said, an AC unit is going to give us a lot more flexibility to go wherever, whenever we want, especially with the dog, because there were really hot days in the summer. I'd say there were probably like 2 or 3 weeks in our first van where it was like mid-90s and really humid, and it just gets unbearable in a van. Doesn't matter what insulation you use. It's too hot in a tin can. This is going to allow us to go a lot more places and be able to leave Kramer in the van if need be, and he'll be perfectly cool. I'm just so excited. So if you're curious, it's Nomadic Cooling. It is a DC powered AC unit, and it is already awesome. Everything that we're showing you guys today, everything will be linked down below, but you've probably heard us talk about it if you've been around for a while. So AC unit, and then along with the AC unit, you may be wondering, why are you putting an AC unit in the van? Because a lot of people don't do AC units in the van. I think more and more people are, as there are more efficient options coming to market. We are having a massive battery bank in our van, and I know some of you guys are going to say that's way overkill, and truthfully it probably is more than what we need. But the idea with this van is that we can go wherever, whenever we want. Just whether we're in Chattanooga, we hop in the van and say, let's go to Arizona today in June. We can do that because we have an AC unit, we have plenty of batteries to work. So let's show you our electrical system. This is our battery bank. Actually, this isn't even everything. We have 8 100 amp hour lithium ion batteries by Battleborn. It will be 8 batteries. I actually ran out of the 4.0 wire, so I couldn't hook up the rest. So I'll have to order more of that. But we're gonna have 8 massive batteries lined up here. And I know that's a lot, and you're gonna say, you could still power that AC unit with less batteries than that. Yes, you could. But we wanna be able to go off grid for a few days at a time. If we wanna go on a really hot hike and leave Kramer in the van, like, we wanna know that nothing is gonna fail. He's gonna be okay. So we have a large battery bank. This is going to allow us to charge our computers, our cameras, everything we could possibly need. This van is going to be all electric. Our first van had propane for the oven and the stove, and this time we're not doing any sort of propane. The only thing that's not electric is our heater, our SPAR D2 heater, which is going to be diesel, and it just runs off the car's diesel tank. We have an induction cooktop stove, an electric water heater, our fridge, fan, AC unit, charging cameras and gear. This is going to be able to do everything that we need. And we're so excited. So thank you, Battleborn. We gotta give you guys a shout out again. Just so excited. And then along with Battleborn, AM Solar, you guys have heard us talk about them so much. They have done a bit and sponsored previous videos. This video is not sponsored by them technically, but we always give them shouts out because they just changed the game for us with electric. I was so scared of electric in our first van, and even this van, and I meet it with a little bit of hesitation because it's scary to be hooking up batteries this size and wires this size for someone who has no experience in electricity. They always like give us complete peace of mind. They set us up with everything we need, give us diagrams, and here's what we've done. This is the brain of the van, and I've designed it a little differently this time. We knew we wanted to have the batteries fully supported, and utilize the space as much as possible. So I built this box, this aluminum box, out of 80/20, and we got the strongest brackets you could get. You can't see it, but it's got these two supports in the front, it's got two supports underneath, and it's got it's also attached to the van's metal wall. So it's not going anywhere. It's really strong. It has a weight capacity that far exceeds the weight we have in batteries. So we should be, even with the bouncing of the van, driving down the road, we will be fine. Inside, how it's sort of just divided up is the wires are running, you know, from the ceiling, they're running from behind flares, from everywhere, and they're all going to come in behind sort of this middle battery here. They're all coming in right back here, and it's still a mess. I still have to shorten some of these wires up, but they're all going to come down here. And then on the left side of the van, you pretty much have everything that's solar, DC powered, and then also our alternator charger. So our batteries are going to charge off our alternator. So all that is on the left side of this. And then on the right side, you have everything AC powered. So you have our inverter, our shoreline, and then our breaker box for our electrical outlets and that kind of thing. It's a lot. This isn't the most beautiful job. It looks a lot better than our first van. I did a better job organizing it this time. So I'm pretty proud of it. It looks a lot better. It's not professional yet. I'm really excited. So if you're like me and you're nervous about electricity and you want to build a van, you can do it. I promise. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Our first van, I spent about a week or a week and a half just staring at the components, trying to figure out how to lay them out, thinking I was going to do it wrong. I did a lot of crying that first week and a half. And then it took me like a week to actually get everything hooked up because I was learning how to properly crimp wires and strip wires and all this kind of thing. It takes time. And this time around, I think it took me like 2 days to actually install everything. I just sort of like knocked it out, and it felt so good. And we do always promote AM Solar because their prices, they will set you up. You can talk to them. They'll do free consultations. Tell them what you're trying to run in your van, what components you're going to use. Give them as much detail as possible, and they'll set you up with the kit they think you need. And they're good about working with you about like, well, this is the conservative side. So if you're working on a budget, you may want to start with less batteries, and then you can always add batteries to it as long as they're the same batteries, that kind of thing. So they've always taken good care of us. Their prices are really good, and the diagrams are free with the kits. And the customer support and the diagrams alone are worth so much money. There's plenty of people online doing wire diagrams, but nobody's needs are exactly the same. And having somebody I can call up and not just read a blog post or watch a YouTube video, like call them up and say, hey, this is giving me a problem. Like, what do you think this is? We had a troubleshoot already just because I had one wire wrong, and it was giving us all these crazy signals. I connected to the wrong side of our smart shut, and if you don't know what this, it was throwing all of our readings off. And they instantly were like, oh, we know exactly what that is. It would have taken me hours to disconnect and connect batteries. This turned into a commercial. I didn't mean for it to be a commercial, but if you're looking for solar, AM Solar does a great job and such a peace of mind. So electric is in. This went surprisingly fast. We did 3/4, if you're looking, it's 3/4 inch birch plywood underneath the batteries just because it's a little thicker and stronger. And then we're gonna we did wrap leftover coin flooring. We wrapped the box in it, and we're gonna do aluminum angle on it probably today to give it a cleaner look. Also, so let me take you up to the roof. I will show you what we've done up there.
It's hard climbing with one hand.
We installed our solar panels. We have 2 Zamp Obsidian 100 watt solar, I think it's Obsidian, is how you say it, 100 watt solar panels. They are so slim profile. They were easy to install. They are on here good. We use the industrial strength command tape. Please nobody get mad at us. We did this on our first van per AM Solar's recommendation. It works really well. They are not going anywhere. I promise you, not even with 80 mile per hour on the highway, which we never drive 80 miles per hour in this van. But if we were to, it'd be fine. We have 2 solar panels, and the original plan was to do 3 solar panels. The fan was actually originally supposed to be mounted right back here by the AC unit, and we had enough room to line all 3 up, but the fan got installed in the wrong spot, so we are getting away with 2, which is fine. We're gonna have 3 ways to charge our batteries in our van: off the car's alternator, off solar, and off shoreline. And then having that big of a battery bank should be more than enough. Like, we should be good to go. But it's nice to have solar. We really use it more to top off our battery bank. It kind of keeps it charging, especially when we're driving down the interstate or something. We can charge off the solar and the alternate at the same time, and we're really pulling in some decent power. And then they are connected via this one wire. This is a UV resistant insulated 10-2 wire, and it is not going anywhere. So that is the roof of the van. We did order an awning, but the awning's not going to be in until August, but I'm really anxious to get that. It'll go right here. It mounts on our OEM roof rails. Watch out behind you. Please don't fall. All right. So that's sort of what we've done, and it may not look like that much. It's been a slow progress. We've been doing stuff as we've been able to do stuff, as things come in the mail, or as we've gotten permission to do stuff. And you may be wondering, who's giving you permission to work on your van? The answer is Yama Nomad in Canada, Calgary, Alberta. They are actually making us our cabinets, which is also our bench and our shower too. Everything is coming from them. It's been designed for this van, and they are beautiful. We just got pictures yesterday, which is why we're updating you all now. We've held off. So the pictures came in Friday afternoon. Today is Saturday. You're going to see this video on Sunday, and then they're supposed to go on the truck Monday. And I don't know how long it's going to take them. They said it may be a few days. It may be a couple of weeks to get them to you, but they are going to be en route starting tomorrow or Monday, whenever. But they have been designing, so Yama does custom van conversions. If you don't know who they are, they do beautiful quality. They're probably the most aesthetically pretty hardcore adventurers. I mean, these things can go anywhere, and they're completely custom. We've known these guys since they first started. They do great work, and we just called them out, and we're like, hey, could you make us some cabinets for our van? Because we really are not good cabinet makers. We tried that in our first van. They held up, they did fine, but they can do better. And so we are buying our cabinets through Yama, and they're gorgeous. So as Yama's been trying to figure out, they don't typically do this for other people. So they're trying to help us figure out like the install process, since it's going to be different versus having their team install the cabinets in the van in the shop. So they've given us the permission to go ahead and do our furring strips in our ceiling. They said those are not going to get in the way of your upper cabinets. It'll be fine. Just mark where the furring strips are. But for the most part, they're going to mount against the wall. I think that's what's going to happen. They gave us the permission to go ahead and get everything done. Our lights for our ceiling come in the mail this afternoon. So the plan is to finish cutting the ceiling panels. They've already been killed and everything, but finish cutting the ceiling panels, install those, paint those, connect the lights, all that good stuff. And then the roof of the van will be done, I think.
Should we show them a picture of the cabinets?
Oh my gosh, guys, they're gorgeous. I don't know, part of me wants to make them wait because I had to wait so long. I feel like they can wait a long time too. They just look so good. I feel like, I don't know if should I explain how our cabinets are going to go really fast? I guess we can give you guys a quick rundown of how our cabinets are going to go really fast. So where I'm sitting right now will be our bed. We sleep sideways because we have the flare spaces. Our heads go on this side because this trimming actually has built-in lights and USBs. So that is naturally going to be like our headspace for the reading lights. On this side, we're going to have upper cabinets that are going to run from here, and they'll extend past the bed up until this section. And the reason they stop right here is because this is the kitchen sink and a little cabinet. And then next to it will be a bench, and inside the bench is actually our shower. So the bench cushion will flip up, and then we'll have a ring that'll attach to the ceiling, and that'll be our shower. Really excited about that. We wanted to get a shower in this van. We thought about just doing an outdoor shower, but truthfully, we want to go wherever, whenever. And so having an indoor shower option is just sort of essential to us. We loved it. And we actually used our van shower a lot in our first van. Being a smaller van, we knew it was going to have to change up a bit. So that's where that's going to go. And then on this side, we will have our fridge box. And then next to it, they built a little cabinet with drawers in it. They'll have an electric outlet on it too. It's going to be like our charging station, probably some extra clothes or cooking gear or whatever we decide to put in there. Yeah, I think that's all. I'm sorry, I'm not thinking clearly. I'm only like half a cup of coffee in for the day. We're also killing time right now. It's 9:10. We can go ahead and start. We try to be considerate of our neighbors, especially on a Saturday, using the saws and stuff, because the houses are really close together, and where we run our table saw is like 20 feet from our neighbor's window, and then the van is parked right outside a different neighbor's window. So we try to be considerate. But I think 9:10 on a Saturday when there's rain moving in is acceptable. We're gonna go ahead and get to work. Next time you see a van update from us, I'm guessing we'll probably film the process of getting the van, or getting the cabinets. But next time you see an update, we will have cabinets in our van. I really think that once we get the cabinets in and they're installed, the last thing to really do will be connect the wires, connect them to the walls, but really the plumbing is the big thing. But we already have our water tanks. Oh, I haven't shown the water tank.
We'll wait for them.
Okay. It's gonna be nice. So we'll have to do the plumbing when the cabinets get here, and I don't know how long that'll take us. I would love to be on the road in 4 weeks, but I don't know if that'll happen. We'll see. Stay tuned. We're trying so hard. Oh, can we address the jerk from the live the other day?
If you want.
So we did a YouTube live a couple weeks ago. So if you were there, you probably saw this comment come in. It's not really it's definitely not the meanest comment we've ever gotten. But essentially this guy said, are y'all ever actually going to get on the road again? I think you guys have actually just lost all motivation on the van. And I got so mad. I was like, the nerve of this man to accuse me of just talking the talk and not actually doing anything on this van. Like, this van has been a year building out. Like, we bought this van first week of June 2020, and it is mid-June now. So it's been exactly a year, and we've done our best. Like, that's all we can do is we've done our best, and this guy had no idea. So if you've been out there and you're wondering, like, where the heck is the van? Are they just enjoying having their house too much? Yes, we enjoy the house, but we have been working as hard as we can on this van to get it as much done as possible. And I think that I've rushed on some stuff, and I've ended up redoing some stuff and rebuying supplies, because I'll do it one way and then I'll find out I need to change it up. The layout's changed, the fan's in the wrong spot, the cabinets are coming, they have to go installed a different way, and that's all on me. But we have not lost motivation on this van. We are very much trying to get this van done. I really hope it'll be soon. It's been nice to have a house to crash in our own place, but I am so ready to be on the road. I feel like I'm just missing summer right now, and I want to get out there for some of it. So anyway, if you want an update on the van, this is it. We're trying, getting close.
All right.
I don't know how to end this because it's just me.
And just work.
Okay. Get the saw out. Let's go.
Be sure to follow along on Instagram and like and subscribe here. It really helps creators like us.